What's going on, everyone? It's your boy O.Hobby.tv, and welcome to another episode of the live stream. And today, I actually want to talk about what the title says, which is shot variety. And I remember one of the first time, I would say one of the first serious times that I asked for feedback on my shots, specifically. In this case, it was specifically for photography, but I did take this feedback or concept that I'm going to talk about today and apply it to my videos as well. And it has done this job and actually helped everything that I've done regarding my work from that point forward, right? So I asked this professional photographer at the time. I was like, "Hey, man, listen, um, I want you to, if you're able to, can you take a look at my work and let me know what you think? Honestly, don't hold back, tear it down. I can take it." So long story short, he took a couple days and then he actually went ahead and gave me the feedback. And what he said was that I think he put it in a nice way, but what he ended up saying was that I take too many of the same shots. Now, you guys know I like prime lenses, so I'm like, what do you mean? Same shots? Like, take the same shots from like, oh yeah, I use a 35 millimeter. He's like, no. That's not what I mean. You could use different variety of shots using the same fixed focal length if that's your taste. And I was like, can you give me some examples? I still didn't really get it. So what he did was he showed me his work, and what he did was he showed me this engagement that he did, and he's like, listen, this is one that I did on the same lens. I think he used a 50 millimeter, and take a look at the shots. And what he did was, and to his point, it was, and this is a 50 millimeter that he used, mind you. So he used a 50 millimeter to take a really wide shot, obviously with the couple in focus, and then he did a medium shot, same 50 millimeter, and then he did a close-up shot. And then he showed me how he did the same thing with a wide aperture, not aperture, but with a wide focal, ultra wide focal. I think it was just a 24, and he did the same thing: wide shot, medium shot, close-up shots, wide, medium, close. And I was thinking about it, and then I looked back at my work, and I'm like, you know what? He's absolutely right. I need to use different varieties in my shots. So I started doing that in photography with the same focal length. And then I applied the same concept to my videos. And it has taken my videos from almost looking a bit amateurish to looking a lot more professional, a lot more seasoned, a lot more refined. And it explains the story well. And one of the books that I'm currently still reading, taking too long at this point, it's The Art of the Cut. And what it says is that in one of the points that it says, it actually magnifies that same point, which is the variety of shots. So now when I record, whether it be a quick event, a slower paced event, or a more focused on a specific scene event, I still shoot all the varieties of, or try to get as many variety of shots as I can possibly get. So the last one I did, I was actually editing that video today, was a concert that I did. And I was just looking at, I wasn't thinking about it consciously, but I was looking at the different type of shots that I got. And in one of the shots, or one of the scenes of one of the performances, this is a concert, so we usually get different colors of lights and strobes and all that. What happened was I actually got a wide, medium, and tight close-up shot of the same performance. And in terms of when you're in post and you're actually editing your work, that was probably the best thing I could have done, because it explains the story in a specific way. It lets you elongate the video a bit more. And obviously you want to do it right, but it helps develop the story, and in the eyes of the viewer, it helps it kind of elaborate more on it without using words. So that in itself is something that anybody should incorporate. And even if you don't end up using a lot of the footage, doesn't matter. Once you get used to doing it that way, it becomes a staple in your work now without you even consciously thinking about it. So now when I do any type of photography, I just typically go and do that. I get up really close, I take a medium shot, I take a wide shot, I take I use a little bokeh on it, maybe not. Depends on really what it is, but I use that same concept. So that's definitely one of the pillars of what's taking my visuals and elevated it to the next level. And again, it's these are things and tools that help you establish a story, um, story tell with your content, and that's a great thing. So let me actually, if you guys could tell with that little powered by StreamYard logo in the top right corner, I'm actually still using the free version of it. I figured that I could kind of take advantage of it. I can't hear the music now, but is there music playing on your end? I don't know. I don't really see anything, and I think maybe it's because it's a free version. I think you could actually put like a couple banners on this. I don't know exactly. I think you do like multiple platforms on this. I don't know, and you can even add your own music, which is kind of cool. Hey Philly, what's going on, man? Uh, I know you're shooting a wide variety of topics now, but do you find yourself with go to frame for specific shots? I need it. There's music playing. Could you lower that volume a touch? Oh yeah, man, of course. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Still getting the hang of it. It's weird that I can't hear it. So I'll lower it a bit. Take it down to 25. There we go. Let's see if that works. Do you find yourself with go-to framing for specific shots? Um, Go-to framing with specific shots. I mean, can you be a little bit more specific on that? I know for me, I mean, it depends. Again, it depends on what I'm shooting. I tend to definitely frame my shots a bit different as far as I know, for example, I put the rule of thirds or that third grid on all my cameras, all the cameras that I use. I have that going on, and I think I have it. And then what happens is when you record, it actually takes it off. At least with the Sony, it does. It takes that rule of third off, and you know, framing it. I feel like I memorize the lines almost because you kind of get a feel for it. And obviously, it depends on what you're going for. I'm shooting B-roll. I'll definitely frame my shots way different than if I was going to shoot a interview style A-roll. You know, um, Andrew, hey, what's going on, man? The boy's back. Hey, yo, and shout out to Andrew. He's been putting out a lot of content. I see you on the TikTok, man. I see you on the reels, doing good stuff, man. I see the type of vibe you're going for. You definitely getting it like that. Shout out to Canada. You know how it goes. Welcome back. Appreciate it, man. It's good to be back out here, man. Um, let's see what Philly with weddings. I know what the groom getting ready will look like every single time. It's always the same focal length at the same distance away. Um, will look like every single time. It's always the same focal length at the same distance away. Now, so what are you saying? Like with the framing, um, or is that like the example you're going for? It's funny that you say that. I mean, at least for me, I know maybe weddings could be a little bit more cookie cutter and a little bit more almost template based. But like for example, I do a lot of concerts, and it's like a mix between like concerts, shows, trade shows, corporate event, right? So a lot of times with these concerts, it's the venues. Number one, the access is always different, and the venues are always different. So in New Orleans, I did a House of Blues That's very, very tight, 2 floors packed, so I can only get a specific type of shot there. The last one I did in Boston, it was like an open. I think its technical name is amphitheater, but it's like one of those. Um, it's like a tent. It almost looks like a tent, and it's still kind of open to the outside, which is very chilly because we're literally right next to the water. Um, yeah, that when I do those, or when I did that one, that was a completely different type of shot that I got for the other one. So what I will say is my go-to framing will be based on the same concept that I'm talking about, which is the variety of shots. So it doesn't matter if the venue changes because I can always get the same type of shot in the sense of getting in something tight, getting in something mid, getting a wide. So I know what to pick because honestly, it's that shoot to edit mindset or concept that you could say is like, I know that in post, uh, let's say I really like one shot and I only got like a wide angle of that shot. It stinks because if I would have had a medium one, I could have fixed it up a little bit more, or I could have made it a little bit more engaging, more powerful. I know for right now, I'm doing a lot of background music that's like it's like kind of that cinematic, almost like trailer type, epic deal, genre, mood, whatever you want to call it, and that makes really great for those. It's like I want to elaborate exactly what I'm going. So I would say for me, instead of go to framing, it's more of go to shot variety, if that makes any sense. Because I think the variables for me change way too much for me to pick a specific one. Now, I'm sure if I do the same venue again, like say for example, I'll do the House of Blues again. I'll in New Orleans specifically. So I don't know if they're all the same, but if I go to the House of Blues in New Orleans, I know exactly what I'm going to go to do, and that'll be my go-to framing for that. Um, you know, just to give you an idea, I mean, I've done I don't know how many events and shows, and I still haven't done the same. I still haven't had one where I've had to do the same thing, if that makes any sense. Like I haven't had one that's like, oh, it's the same thing here. Oh, I'll use the same concept that I use here. It's literally been completely different each one, which is a gift and a curse because it stinks that I don't have anything to get used to. But it's also a gift because it keeps me on my toes, and I think it helps me develop a system on the back end so that no matter what the front end is, I'm always more malleable. If that makes any sense. So that's something good. All right, and this one is running a bit long, around 13 minutes. So I'm gonna actually, I don't know, I might actually go for the paid stream on this. It actually looks pretty dope. I don't know. But anyways, that's my take on it. I'm gonna end this one here. I appreciate everybody that always holds me down. It's your boy Oda.Habi.tv. Stay tuned, and until next time, happy Monday, happy end of Monday. Oh, didn't do it. Now I did it.